Steven said, here we go with the Tennessee hype again. It's overblown. Tennessee cannot recruit well enough. They don't have enough in-state talent. I wanted to address this. I think this is a pretty popular sentiment. People lazily, in my opinion, look at Tennessee and they say, because they don't have enough annual high school talent in their state, it's not Georgia, it's not Florida, it's not Texas, it's not California. Since they don't have 4 and 5 stars on every street corner in the state, they'll never be able to compete. Now, my philosophy with Tennessee, I'll spell you out in a second, but let me just dispel this myth that you have to be parked in a loaded state, loaded from the standpoint of high school football talent in order to compete. It's garbage. Ohio State right now is sitting on 18 verbal commitments. 6 of them are from Ohio. Alabama has twice as many kids committed from the state of Florida as they do from the state of Alabama. Georgia signed the #1 class in the country this past cycle. 8 of 25 were from the state of Georgia. Clemson had the #3 team in America last year, guys. You know how many players in that #3 class in the nation were from South Carolina? 1. And I think it was Brent Venable's kid. So, what are we saying here? It seems to not be that big a problem for these programs. I don't think it's that big a problem for Tennessee. What Tennessee has to be able to do is they have to be able to have a viable product to sell. If I'm a 5-star caliber defensive end, I want to know that if I come to play for you, I got the same opportunities there that I'm going to have at Bama and Ohio State and Oklahoma and Clemson, because I got offers from them too. And what I want is I want to know that I'm going to be developed at the absolute highest level. And as long as I take care of my business and keep my nose clean, you're going to put me in the best position possible to succeed, and you're going to develop me to hopefully enjoy a future in the NFL. That's what I want. And if you can pitch me that at Tennessee, I don't care if I'm from Huntsville, Alabama, or Chattanooga, Tennessee. I don't care about that imaginary border. I want to win. And the reality here, and there's data to back this up that I'm not going to bore you with tonight, but every year we see state boundaries mattering less and less as it relates to where kids are going to high school. The wrong way to think about it is, Tennessee doesn't have enough in-state talent, they're screwed. The right way to think about it is, draw a 6-hour radius around Tennessee, pretend like they're in a position where they can offer you everything that other programs can, and then ask yourself, what do I find if I draw that 6-hour radius around Knoxville? What do I find? You want to know what I find? I find myself into Ohio. I find myself up into Virginia, the Carolinas, most of Georgia, including the state of Atlanta, which we refer to it as for recruiting purposes, a lot of Alabama, and to be honest with you, I'm Jeremy Pruitt, so I can go into Mobile anytime I want to, even though it's not in that 6-hour radius. I can also get most of Tennessee. I've got a ton of talent in that geographical region. I don't care where my state boundaries are. If I go into Little Rock, Arkansas, or Charlotte, North Carolina, and I tell a kid, here's our brand, here's my vision, you really like it, you're attracted to it, I doubt he's saying, but Coach, I can't cross that state line. The reason they're going to give you is, I can't come there because you just have not convinced me that you offer what Georgia offers. Once you overcome that, this whole in-state crop of talent, it's nice to have it. Make no mistake. It is a luxury to be able to reside in a state like Texas or California. It's not a necessity. Clemson's proving it right now. It's not a necessity. Ohio State's proving it right now. Alabama's proving it right now. It's not a necessity. What's a necessity is to, if you get to play football this year, put a product on the field that capitalizes on the finish that you had to last year and sells more than just a vision. It sells at this point, here are tangible results that let you know we are on the same track as these teams, and you're the kind of player, and players like you are the kind of players who can get us over the hump. Jeremy Pruitt, feel free to use it. I charge you nothing, my friend. Because as we all know, Jeremy Pruitt needs help from me in recruiting. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel. And do me a favor, many of you have, find the Late Kick podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts and give us a 5-star review. Subscribe there too.